What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and in today's video I am going over the most surprising player for every single team of NBA 2K20. These are the players that are playing outside of their rating and are doing way better than expected. I expect these players to get some definite roster updates pretty soon. Now, before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. Let's get this video started. I always start these videos with the Philadelphia 76ers, and that is with Tobias Harris. Now, Tobias Harris is the fourth best player rating-wise in NBA 2K20 for the Sixers. Ben Simmons, Al Horford. Oh, Al Horford's tied with him. So at the moment, a guy who I thought did not know how to play with the Sixers has been doing great with them. Finally feels like he's fitting in offensively. That's probably because Jimmy Butler isn't there anymore, so he kind of gets some more touches, more opportunities to score. And he has been doing great for the Sixers so far. The second best scorer for the team, averaging 20 a game, or 21, I think. And that's also because Joel Embiid hasn't been there for a couple games because of, reasons. But yeah, Tobias Harris has been doing a great job, and I think he definitely has been the most surprising player for this team. Now, for the Milwaukee Bucks, the one player I wanted to talk about is Donte DiVincenzo, who is a sophomore for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, he is surprising to me because last year he really did not do good, only 5 points a game. He didn't play much, but still, 5 points a game. This year he's been doing much better, I believe 9 points a game. Donte DiVincenzo, he is a sniper from the three-point line. Definitely a player that I've been excited to see do better. He was someone that I wanted the Spurs to pick up, but the Bucks, of course, got him. And he has been getting more minutes because he has been getting better. Now, for the Bulls, I'm actually going to pick the rookie, Coby White. All these reports saying that they didn't expect Coby White to be that good in the NBA are ridiculous, and they shouldn't have never existed. He's been doing a great job so far for the Bulls as the point guard for the team. Already he's beating Chris Dunn as the starting point guard, I believe. And I think he's been doing a great job. He's honestly really quick and athletic, plays with an attitude. People are making fun of him that he was stupid and that he looks stupid, but he's been doing great, and I think he's proving everybody wrong. To me, he's been the most surprising because, again, people were doubting him, and he's been doing amazing so far. For the Cavaliers, it was the same person as last year, Tristan Thompson. Again, he's been doing a good job. I wouldn't say he's better than Kevin Love yet because Kevin Love has been playing better, but at the start of the season, I thought Tristan Thompson was playing a much better job, or doing a much better job than Kevin Love so far. He's finally removed that Kardashian curse from him, getting a lot of rebounds and scoring efficiently and doing a good job for the team and doing a good job defensively as well. For the Celtics, I'm not going to say Jaylen Brown. I think a lot of people were making fun of him because he kept wanting more money and he asked for more money and people thought he was crazy. I think he's been playing up to the money he's been earning. Now, I know that maybe not exactly to the dollar, right? But I think he's been proving his worth to the team. The Celtics are winning games, obviously because Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum are really doing a great job. But it's also because Gordon Hayward's doing better than last year so far. And Jaylen Brown is stepping up and proving to everybody he is that good. Most guys get paid and then they start to suck because they're like, they don't need to work for their money anymore. Jaylen Brown got paid and now he's still doing a good job and playing even better than last year. It's because he cut the hair off. That's really the reason. For the Clippers, it's somebody that I didn't really expect to talk about, Ivica Zubac. Now, if you look at his stats, they're not too different from last year. I guess rebounding wise he's better, but he's efficient. I think he disappeared in the playoffs last year because they didn't really play him much. And I think now with this new system with Kawhi Leonard, Montrezl Harrell, they need a big man like Zubac more often on this team to use him as much as possible. So he's been getting more touches, more involved in the game, and they're using him a lot more. And that's why I think he's pretty good for the Clippers. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that were like surprising. Landry Shamet was also pretty surprising too, but we knew he was good. Zubac we knew was good too, but he's really proving it this year. For the Grizzlies, it is Dillon Brooks. For a team that's not doing very good when it comes to the Grizzlies and not a lot of talent, and really John Morant's the one that's been doing most of the work for the most part. I think Dillon Brooks, scoring wise, has been doing a good job. I know that he had 11 points his first year, and he's kind of going back to his first year attitude. Not extremely efficient, but still scoring, and he's being consistent, and that's surprising to me. For the Hawks, obviously we talk about Trey Young because he's been stupid, but surprising players are the players that are playing completely away from what I expected. And Trey Young, I expected this from him. I did not expect DeAndre Bembry to do as good as he was. I always kind of had him as like a meme, as a guy who was like pretty bad in the league. He's actually been doing a pretty good job this year. He averaged 8 points a game last year. I believe he's averaging now like 11 a game. But you're like, 11 a game is not great, and his three-point field goal percentage is awful. But his field goal percentage as a small forward is like 59% in all the games he's played. That's really, really good for a small forward. He's honestly helping the Hawks win more games than they really should be, even though they just lost John Collins. So for like 25 games because he's doing steroids, like everyone apparently is doing steroids. So yeah, the Hawks aren't in a great position, but Jabari Parker can hopefully pick up the slack. We'll see what they do with that. For the Miami Heat, you could say literally everybody on this team because they have been surprising everyone. They're 5-1 right now. But Bam, obviously someone you can talk about. Justice Winslow, someone you talk about. But the one I wanted to specifically talk about was all the way back here. Obviously, Kendrick Nunn. I mean, I've talked about him enough. Surprising dude who's playing out of his mind. I want to talk about another player, and that's Junkin Robinson, the worst rated player on this team. He's averaging 11 a game, and actually went off the last game they played. Like, everybody on this team's doing a good job. A 67 overall, got like 20 something last game. Like, dude, this team's insane. For the Hornets, I could talk about some obvious people. I could talk about obviously PJ Washington, who's been like amazing, but I want to talk about Devonte Graham. He is totally keeping up with Terry Rozier, Scary Terry, on how good he is to the team, how important he has been to the team. He was not great last year, but this year he's been picking up the slack. I think averaging 14 a game, getting assists, stupid athletic, playing with a confidence. So, I mean, 69 overall for this guy is like really low for someone who's playing as well as he is. So that's why, to me, he's been so surprising. I didn't really know who to talk about for the Jazz. Honestly, no one, to be completely honest with you. The only player I feel like I can talk about is Georges Niang, who was the worst rated player last year for 2K. Everyone who had a player on their team, he was the worst rated player. And he's a 72 overall, which isn't great, but he's doing okay so far. So I guess that's surprising. For the Kings, another team that was like not really anybody. We can talk about Rashon Holmes. He's doing a good job for the most part. He's matching his season he had back in 2016, 2017 with the Philadelphia 76ers. He's doing that again with the Kings, which is nice. But besides that, no one really on this team either. For the Knicks, yes, I can talk about RJ Barrett, but I've talked about him enough. I want to talk about Marcus Morris. Now, we knew that Marcus Morris is good, and this whole stunt he did with promising to play for the Spurs and then ending up on the Knicks was weird, but he's been playing really, really well. 14 points per game last year. We knew he could do that, but he's like, I believe, tied the leading scorer for the team with RJ Barrett. He's doing a good job for the team, surprisingly. Playing, honestly, pretty efficient for the most part, too. Playing aggressive, so Marcus Morris is surprising for me for the Knicks. For the Lakers, the only one I feel like is actually surprising is Dwight. Now, even though his scoring is going much, much lower, I mean, he had 13 points a game last year, and now he's only averaging like 5, I think. But he's been extremely efficient, picking when he wants to score, getting every rebound he can, playing amazing defense. Like, I'm not surprised rating-wise. I'm surprised how well he's doing, filling in a role that he's not used to, and yet doing an amazing job at it. Like, that's just something, I gotta be honest, that's something that LeBron's really good at, is making everybody around him better, and I think that's why Dwight Howard is surprising to me so far. For the Magic, I think everybody's surprised about how well Marco Fultz has been doing. Now, I don't think he's doing amazing either, relax, but I just think he's playing with a lot more confidence, played way better than last year. I mean, yeah, he played a little bit last year, but not a much. He didn't play a lot of games. Only 19 games played last year, then 14 the year before that. Like, he has not played much, and yet this year he's doing a much better job, at least at the moment, hoping he can do even better throughout the year. With the Mavericks, there really wasn't anybody to talk about besides Luka Doncic. I mean, and that's the best player on the team, so I don't really need to say much about this. We all know how good he's been doing. Matching LeBron when it comes to stats, just stupid good. Like, he was stupid good last year, and he's even better this year. Is that even possible? For the Nets, you could say Kyrie. I'm just gonna say Karis Levert. He was a player that did amazing last year at the start of the year, and then he got injured, and then he came back into the lineup, and that was when D'Angelo Russell was doing an amazing job. So like, he didn't really know his place, and Spencer didn't when he was doing good, so he didn't know like what his role was. Now I think his position in the league on the team is like much more clear. I think he's been doing an amazing job. I think he's one of the best scorers on the team right now, and he's just been doing an amazing job so far, and I'm happy for him. For the Nuggets, it is, wait for it, where is he? There he is, Michael Porter Jr. Now, I knew he was going to be good. He just has that swagger with him. He plays with the confidence, but I'm surprised how well he's doing for the little amount of minutes he's been playing. He missed so much time with a back injury, and now he's here playing an amazing basketball with a team that doesn't need him. Like, this team is already really good. And yet, here comes Michael Porter Jr. Look at the starting lineup for the Nuggets. You have Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Paul Millsap, Gary Harris, and then they also have Will Barton at the small forward. Like, of all of these, which one's like the weakest position? It's Will Barton on the small forward position. If Michael Porter Jr. can replace him and play amazing, oh my gosh, this team's gonna be stupid good. For the Pacers, I want to talk about Malcolm Brogdon. Bucks, how do you let this man go? He is so good, surprised everybody. Like, everyone was saying this is one of the weakest Rookie of the Year winners ever, and now he's playing like all-star level, at least at the moment. One of the best playmakers in the NBA at the moment, plays good defense, and then not only that, is scoring 24 points a game. Malcolm Brogdon's been doing amazing, been the best player on this team, without Oladipo, of course, at the moment. For the Pelicans, obviously Brandon Ingram, but besides that, we could talk about Josh Hart, who has been scoring a lot more than expected, doing way better than the last 2 years. So good for him. I don't know what the reason is. He doesn't get 8 rebounds a game, and he's 6'5". Yeah, Josh Hart's been doing a great job for the Pelicans so far. It's a shame they're not winning though. For the Pistons, it is Luke Kennard or Kennard. Man, this guy did okay last year with 10 points a game. Like, that was pretty solid. But this year, he's been going off for the team, one of the better scorers. And that's when you have Derrick Rose and Andre Drummond, who are like doing a good amount scoring wise. Luke Kennard is just getting his own. Like, he's getting buckets. He's a sniper. Blake Griffin hasn't returned yet, unless he has officially returned, because he's not injured in 2K. So I guess he's returned today or something. If he is, I mean, his points might go down. But at the moment, he was surprising to me. Now, for the Raptors, there was no one to really talk about. I'm going to say Fred VanVleet. But even then, we kind of knew this because Kawhi was gone. And so we knew everyone's points per game were going to go up. Like Pascal Siakam, obviously. And then also, I guess, Fred VanVleet. He's playing at the same level he was in the NBA Finals so far this year. And that's a really good sign. For the Rockets, another team I didn't really know who to talk about. The only player I really had come to mind was Daniel House. Last year, he was like a surprise player that did pretty good for the team. This year, he's doing even better. On a team that has like stacked with talent, I believe he's the 4th best scorer on the team. Yeah, a team with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Clint Capella, Peter Tucker, Eric Gordon, Austin Rivers even. This dude somehow is the 4th best scorer on the team. For the Spurs, another team I'm like about, but I guess Bryn Forbes. I mean, we know he can score, but he's scoring even better this year. I believe he is the 3rd best scorer on the team. Like, it's DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus, and then it's Bryn Forbes. Like, that's how good he's doing scoring wise. He can't really do anything else, but still, he takes some bad shots too. And his field goal percentage isn't amazing. He is an important piece to this team. He's like the only guy out there constantly trying to score aggressively at the moment for this team. So he's surprising to me. The Suns, literally everyone, like the whole team, they should not be winning games. They don't have the talent for it theoretically, and yet they're out here winning games. And that's without DeAndre Ayton, who's going to be out for a while. But yeah, Devin Booker's doing amazing. Kelly Oubre is actually doing a really good job. Ricky Rubio, well, he's doing what we expected. There's 2 players I want to talk about. Frank Kaminsky, who has been actually getting a lot of good baskets. And then the other one is Aaron Baines. I think if anybody on this team, Aaron Baines is the one. It's like, whoa. He is replaced DeAndre Ayton's role because DeAndre Ayton was doing steroids and they're essentially. So now it's like, here comes Aaron Baines, who were like, okay, whatever. But he's been winning them games, getting a lot of points and rebounds for the team. That's just insane to me. For the Thunder, I'm going to say Shea. There's no one really else. Y'all keep telling me that it's not Shy, it's Shea. So I'm going to call him Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Is there anyone really else to talk about? I mean, he's just a scoring machine. Exactly. It says scoring machine right there. That's what he's been all season so far. For the Timberwolves, I don't really know who to pick. There's Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. Karl-Anthony Towns is doing, at least at the moment, way better than anybody expected. And then Andrew Wiggins, I feel like is doing a good job. I know that we rant on this dude and is trash and inefficient, but at least compared to the last 2 years, I feel like he's been doing better at the moment. We'll see how the season continues, but I feel like he's doing fine. For the Trailblazers, the only one to talk about is Anthony Simmons. The reason I say this, averages 11 points a game so far. Last year was averaging 4, so nobody else has any kind of difference when it comes to their players, so that was the most surprising to me. With the Warriors, I think we all know who it's going to be. It is all the way in the back, Eric Pascal, I don't know how his name is pronounced. But Eric, dude has been going crazy. Like, statistically, just looking at him, he even won against the Blazers with nobody on the team besides him, like Jordan Poole and Damian Lee. I mean, these 3 guys have been the only ones really scoring and consistent on the team. Like, this is crazy. So Eric Pascal has been doing a great job for the team so far. Let's even keep it up when D'Lo comes back. We'll see. And finally, for the Wizards, there's a couple players. Isaiah Thomas, he's been starting for the team now and has been doing okay. Like, better than last year, I feel. Definitely better than last year. And then the other player is Mo Wagner, who also has been surprising. I mean, the Lakers really like to give up centers who are actually pretty decent. I mean, the Lakers don't care. They're doing amazing right now. But still, Mo Wagner has been surprisingly good for the Wizards so far. That's it for this video, you guys. Do you guys agree with me or disagree? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.